What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the first ever Fallout 76 build video on the launch day. That is right. Now, this build actually comes from another Fallout YouTuber who is called Final Render, who is trying to build something exactly like this, and Final Render, I did in fact steal your design for this. But he was trying to build this on his live stream, couldn't find a good area enough, it was flat enough or green enough, or a place where I could build what I eventually built. So don't worry, Final Render, I found a perfect spot for you, which is nice and flat if you want to move. The area I'm in is actually right here under the bridge just outside of Flatwoods in a dried up riverbed, which is quite funny, in fact, that this was the area you needed all along. So there's only one thing left to do, ladies and gentlemen, and that is to build this thing. And I hope, Final Render, if you are watching this, you approve of everything I built. Now we start off with the basics, and the basics of course means a floor plan. Now I followed Final Render's floor plan down to the letter, apart from the fact that I changed it up a little bit. There's only going to be one entrance, and the room has swapped from the right hand side of the build to the left hand side of the build. And of course I kept the small courtyard with the hole in the centre. Don't worry, I followed this thing to the T. Now, of course, I didn't want to build it out of that crappy wooden walls, so instead I decided to build it out of these beautiful red walls, which really would have looked better in brick, but red is the only thing I had. These red walls were the only kind of walls that I had that weren't shitty wooden walls, and that green door doesn't really match. However, I think I should change that. So let's go on inside and take a look at what I actually managed to build. Now, I followed along the floor plans, like I said, perfectly. So we have a corridor in which I've tried to put windows in at every even interval, which is really good because you can actually see outside and defend yourself through these windows, which is a lot of fun. Now, of course, we also have the courtyard, which at the minute for me has two mute fruit trees growing in the centre, and those walls in the corner are the walls that are on the outside. So it's your kind of ugly corner. But yeah, mute fruit trees, and of course, just for the building's sake, I've got my stash box and my camp in here. And then of course we have the room which Final Render built as a bedroom, but I'm going to change this up. I'm not going to have it as a bedroom, I'm going to have it as a crafting room, and then I want to put a second floor on this, so I need a place to put stairs, which is why this place only has one entrance, and like I said, we're right to the bridge. Now, the obvious next step is to go on and put on the second floor. So there's only two things on the second floor. There is a landing, which is where I'm currently stood, and a bedroom. Now, this is kind of interesting because the way I built the landing, it actually gave me a nice little overlook into the courtyard itself. Now, you can't really see much because you can't look down a lot as your character through these windows because they're a bit high up, but I do get a nice little view of my courtyard, and of course the overhang itself could be used for, you know, putting furniture under. At the minute it has a chemistry station, but I'm going to be moving that, and obviously I'm going to be putting a support in because I wanted to make it look realistic. So the only thing that was left to do really was put on a roof, and there is actually two different types of roof. Now, for the top floor, that is the second floor with the bedroom and the landing, is the pointed roof, and for the flat area in the hallway, and only the hallway, it has the flat roof. Now, I did some final kind of builds. I put in a purifier with my little fencing around the outside. Still didn't change that green door because, yeah, I'm an idiot. But as you can see, I went in with the flat roof, which would be terrible if it rained because flat roofs are terrible. And I put the pillar in, like I said I was going to do. Which still, the view from the courtyard is beautiful. Now, I haven't done anything with that crafting room, but if we head on upstairs, you can see I actually did come in with the pyramid roof, like I said. It's not a pyramid, obviously, but it's the triangle sloped roofs, and it's actually really good. This area right here, not looking into the courtyard, but looking out over my front door, is where a lot of the enemies like Scorched and super mutants will attack you from. So you can actually just shoot out of these windows, like I said earlier, and protect yourself, which I actually ended up doing quite a lot in this build. So the only thing really left to do was cosmetics, and the courtyard was really quite barren. Now, I don't have a lot of stuff to put into this build. I do, however, have a small patio set, which you can see right here, and basketball hoop, which I found while trying to get ingredients for this. Now, I did a sneaky little thing, as you can see. You might be able to see just behind there, those trees. That's where I put my camp. It's just hiding right behind that mute fruit tree. And it's quite funny, there's a carrot in there as well. And then obviously, as I said I would, I turned the first floor room into a crafting room, which I don't have a lot of crafting stuff right now. I want the power armor frame final, I want it. So yeah, I managed to get everything you need though into this room. And then of course we have the landing, which really there's not much you can put into a landing, so I decided to go in with a nice little plant, a bureau as you can see there, which it's sat on, a small table at the top, and a beautiful picture because everything, you know, needs gussying up. And then finally there is the bedroom, the final room of the house, which once again, I don't have a lot of stuff. I need to go plan hunting. But it has everything you need. It's got a bed, it's got a little plant as well to keep your spirits up, chair, table, that rug, that was the only rug I had, which was kind of weird. And I've also got the clock in and the lamp. Now, I've also just noticed that's a really weird place to put a lamp because it's in the middle of the floor almost. But this room's actually massive. Yeah. So, there we have it. Ignore the blood and the dead super mutant right there. There we have it. That build is done. Obviously, there are some stuff that I would like to change. I would like to go back in and completely not do this out of brick, but I don't have the brick plans yet, which is a shame, so I will actually have to go and find that. Now, the view in the courtyard is really good when the light hits it just at the right time, because like, I actually decided to sit down there and wait for a bit. But yeah, this build is actually really awesome. I thought it was just going to be really terrible, but no, it was actually a really good build. So, thanks for coming along, ladies and gentlemen. You know the drill. Like, share, and subscribe. Finally, if you did see this, I want to know about your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I want to know everybody's thoughts in the comment section down below. But apart from that, thanks for coming along, and as always, stay awesome.